G'day folks. Well, I got the car running 3 or 4 days ago, and that's all good in that department. It's all nice and healthy again, and back to where it was before the gasket went. I gave him a little polish and clean at the same time. All right. Well, I've got the O2 sensor in on number 3. I'll show you that. There he is there. I did him downstream a little bit, try and get him away from the heat. It did say in the pamphlet that they're rated to about 500 degrees. So this thing's going to cop a bit of heat, but it's only a tuning tool, guys, so it won't be left in there. So it's just while I can sort this thing out. But it's the start of a few others I want to purchase and try and at least get 2 of them as a minimum. Put one on the other side, and then we have, like I said in the other vid, we can just put bungs right through, and you know, over the time we can sort of get a collective on all the cylinders and just see where it's at. It'll take a bit of time, but it's the only way I'm going to sort this out. Well, I've had it running, guys. 20 minutes, half an hour ago, and sort of warmed it up and played around with it, and it's quite astounding. Idle, it's not too bad, but as you bring the revs up, it changes quite dramatically. For example, say the collective tailpipe was on 0.8. Number 3 is around 0.899, so it's around sort of 8 up to 10, even a whisker more. Difference. Now just remember this too, guys, because that's a very conservative figure. We've got 3 lean cylinders, so we've got 3, 5 and 7. The 3 on this side, rear ones, are quite lean. For us to get a reading of say 0.8 on all of them, remember we've got 3 lean ones here, well that's going to make this look leaner than what it is. So in actual fact, number 1 and the the left-hand side bank are quite rich in that sense. So the difference between rich and lean is actually probably more than what the gauge is showing. That's what I was sort of trying to get at. Very interesting. We'll get it fired up and I'll show you guys. All right, before I start it, this is just a little program that the air fuel gauge comes with. It's a free download on your computer, and I've got a serial port, the same one I use for my ignition box. So very handy. Now I wanted to use, once I got in the program, I wanted to do Lambda, so you can swap it over, just push on the dot and click that. Now these, you've got green, well that's green, doesn't look it on the camera, but that's green, yellow and red, and these indicate the dial around the outside, so we can have a determined where we think we want to target our air fuel. We can work it out, so you can manipulate this to where you want it. So it's very handy. So in the green, on a minimum, it's 0.5. That's pig rich. Up to where the green turns into the yellow, you can type it in there where you want it. Well, I've got it at 7.5 because I want the yellow bar to be my sweet spot or acceptable spot. So I put it in at 0.75 and then I've got it closing out at 8. So anything over 0.8, it heads into the red zone. So we're going lean. So that's handy. I like that. I really like it. And you can have it on your number display too. So you can have a minimum and a maximum. So I've got it out about 3, which is, you know, obviously that's crazy lean. I mean, 1 is Stoich on Lambda scale when it goes for as far as any fuel goes. This is why I'm sort of liking the Lambda, because it's easy to sort of work out once you get a head around it. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. That is basically atmosphere, and this is still in the pipe. So we've got 0.98. So we're nearly Stoich in the old collection of the pipe, and it'll probably stay like that over time. It'll lean out as it sort of vapours out, but yeah, let's get him fired up. I'll pop my earmuffs on. And that's only just free revving up to about 3.5. That's all that was. And there's quite a substantial difference in the fuelings there, let alone boost. So goodness me, guys. Well, at least it gives me a real good chance now, guys, to try and, just for now on 7 pound, see if we can encourage a bit more fill down this side and just see if it works. That's all I can do. So by jetting up a few on this side and maybe even pull 1 or 2 out on the other side, take a collective reading, see what number 3's doing, and we'll just take it from there. I don't know. It's going to be really interesting when the boost cuts in. So I'll have the camera set up. I'll have it all there for you guys to watch, and it'll be very, very interesting. 7 pounds pretty safe, not too concerned. It's only when we get up to 15 everything starts to get a bit crazy inside, but I'll get some good data on this, and hopefully, guys, we can move forward with it. One step closer. Well, I've got some new gear for next year, guys. They've brought a law in, well, there's a rule in now, we have to run with they call it a harness device. The idea with this is this clips to your helmet. There's 2 straps. There's another one here. There he is. It clips down into, I think it's this part here of the helmet. I've got some little fittings to go in there, screws in. And this runs over your harness. Keep it nice and snug on your shoulders, so in the event of anything, a sudden deacceleration, dare I say it, an accident, this thing will keep my head on my shoulders and stop any nasty whiplash potential for my head to leave my bloody body, which when you think about it, guys, I think it's a good rule. Any bit of extra safety that they can come up with or enforce is a good thing, is a great thing. I really like my little helmet. It's nice. I've got the helmet. The helmet was $450, and the harness was $450. I think $451 or something. And a nice little race suit to go with it. Full bore. Apparently, this has got 15 seconds of flame protection. So if you're thrown in a fire, you've got 15 seconds of protection. I'm not going to test it, but I'm just going to have to go with their word on that one. That was $270, by the way, so they're not top of the range, but look, it's safety gear, and it's to Australian standards, so it's better than that other thing I had. All right, guys, well, that's it for the year. Well, not for the year, for Christmas anyway. So, I really thank you guys in watching my vids throughout the year, and I've had a tough one the last couple of years. Family life and with the car too, it's been playing up, but I feel I'm on a new 2020 is going to be a good year for me. I've just got this good feeling, guys, because my missus, for one, is absolutely doing fantastic, which is unbelievable. It's incredible. It's actually, we're starting to see some reversal in her illness, which is, oh, it's just blowing me away. It really is. It astounds me. And it astounds my wife too at times, how she can suddenly just get up out of the chair and do it so easy. It's just incredible. So hopefully 2020 continues on. I can get this car sorted now, or hopefully get it sort of half sorted and more reliable. And I'm really looking forward to it. Geez, I've learnt a lot, you know, with carbs in the last 6 months. And I've got to thank a lot of people too, for ones that I've been talking to on the phone. George, you're one of them. Blair, always offering advice. And Rob. Can never thank you three guys enough. You're there when I need you guys, and it's really heartfelt. So thank you guys for that. And I don't know how I'm ever going to repay you, but I'm just blown away with it all. So all you guys, have a great Christmas. Spend some time with your loved ones. And that's what it's all about, family. And it's just a beautiful time of the year. It really is. And I'll pop one up soon, just a bit after Christmas. On 29th of this month, I'm going down to Simmons for private practice. So it's the last little one before the new year. And let's get some footage on this thing and see how those air fuels are, because I'm very interested in it. All right, guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you later.